All right. Welcome, everybody. We are live on this it is a beautiful overcast Monday. Shout out to Jeff, who asked if, do I like the feel of milking cows? Do I like the feel of milking cows? I don't have cows. I don't have cows. What I do, what I want, what I like are the goats. Yes, may the Lord bless everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, the name of Jesus the Messiah. Thank you for being here. It's a little bit overcast today, a little bit more chilly than yesterday. I have a long day ahead of me. I'm going to be out there spreading hay in the gardens. We have a lot to talk about today. Good afternoon, Andrew Sykes. Shout out to Andrew Sykes. Shout out to Daniel Prinsloo. Somebody asks, who is Big Butts 28 in the Discord? That is my wife. She is also an owner of the Discord. Aaron Clark has his shorts on. Yes, guys. Before we get into this, I am currently long and short on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Shorts on the left, longs on the right. I am currently up 12% on my Ethereum short. And why did I short? Well, check this out, guys. Check it out. We can see that I had these levels marked off. I've had them marked off for a very long time. I've been talking about them in the streams. Look at this, guys. These levels are no joke. These Fibonacci extension levels are really no joke. Check it out. Check it out. We come up to the fib level on Ethereum. We get a very, very, very clean rejection right here. A clean rejection. Almost to the exact cent. It's pretty phenomenal, actually. And if anybody doesn't know how I got these levels, well, I can show you real quick. What you're going to do is you're going to come over here, get your trend-based fib extension, and I like to take it from the swing low of a move. The way we're obtaining these targets in an uptrend, if we're like this resistance level is at an all-time high. So how did we figure this resistance level out? Well, we're going to come down to the swing low. And the way you determine what a swing low is you're just going to look for that V shape like this. And you're going to pull your fib to a swing high where you see the triangle shape like that. And if we pull our fib from the swing low to the swing high, we will then take it down to the bottom of a retracement, right? And these are the levels that we get. These are the levels that we get. So assuming that the uptrend is going to continue, we're basically using the Fibonacci numbers to determine when we have a move up and then a retracement and then move up and a retracement and a move up and then a retracement. We're trying to use the retracements to determine how much more of a move up we are going to get. And this Fibonacci trend-based extension is a great tool for that. Look at how well these levels are respected. Pretty interesting, right? Yeah, sorry about the call, guys. Agonizing Plum says, long and short on the same coin. Please explain how that works. Yeah, I will explain it. So basically, for Ethereum, I've been long since somewhere right in here. Somewhere right in here when we came up above this fib level, this fib extension right here around the 25 something region, I'm long from down here. So I'm up currently, 22%. Of course, I am this is a leveraged trade here. So it's actually up 132%, but at the same time I'm short on Ethereum from this fib extension level, which is about 3%, but it's also leveraged, so the percentage is more than the actual percent. And so basically what this does is I've been taking profits up along the way on this Ethereum trade, where I'm taking profit out at this level, taking profit out at this level, taking profit out at this level, right? But I'm still in that trade because technically we're still bullish, right? I have no reason to close the trade. This is an uptrend. I wouldn't look to actually be closing that trade until we start losing this level and this level. But also, I'm short now. I'd consider it a scalp short, right? Where I'm short, taking profits down. I have my sell orders set on Bybit, taking profits along the way down, and not really going to be looking to close that short until we regain this resistance as our support, until we come up and get something like this and continue to the upside. That's kind of how that works. Shout out to Moonwolf, who says BNB is pumping at a new high. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Let's check out BNB real quick. Binance Coin. Wow, look at that. 658. Wow. Let me come into the Discord here, because where did we post the... Yeah, the Binance trade that I posted in the Discord. My second take profit on that is 670. So we have about $10 to go, and then my second take profit will be hit. That's about 1.8% more of a pump, and then the second take profit will be hit. Pretty cool. Pretty dang cool. So yeah, this, when I saw that Binance coin was breaking out of this symmetrical triangle with a strong momentum wave here, printing on the 2-day Market Cipher B, that's where I loaded up, and we can see that again. I'm just using that trend-based fib extension to set these targets, and they tend to be very, very accurate, guys. They tend to be extremely accurate. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about Ethereum. So for Bitcoin, basically what I'm looking at is well, here, let me turn off some of these lines here. Yeah, I'm going to turn off a lot of these levels and just work with a few of them. Yeah, so really, as far as Bitcoin goes, here's what I'm looking at. First of all, on the daily time frame, we still have a lot of upward momentum. We've printed this green wave down here, way below the 0 line, very close to the -60 line. And from this point, we've had a massive move to the upside, and that's really no surprise, because every time we print a wave below the 0 line, we get some kind of move to the upside. It's inevitable that we are going to get some kind of move to the upside. So you can always be pretty certain. And usually when we print these green waves, it's important to remember that things are feeling extremely bearish. Like when we printed this green wave on January 28th, I remember things were feeling extremely bearish. I'll never forget, actually, the night I entered into a long here, because I was talking to my wife about it, and I was feeling bearish. Even though I saw the green dot on Market Cipher, I told I told her, hey, I might end up getting wrecked here. But the next night when I was sleeping, Elon Musk tweeted and ended up pumping this thing up massively overnight, which was cool. But every time we print that green wave below the 0 line, there's some kind of move that we can get, even if it's a smaller move. Like right here, we printed it and we got a 10% move almost. And then back here, March 27th, we printed that dot on the daily time frame, and we got the move to the upside about 7%. And so now we printed this green wave below Market Cipher, and we have a move to the upside of about, so far, 8.9%. And I think we still have a lot of ways to go here, because there's still a lot of separation in the waves. And even though the VWAP is not technically pointed up to the sky, there's time in the past where we can see, the M-shape VWAP happening, where we still have a move to the upside, right? We can reject off of one of these levels. I just want to show you. Even if we do get a rejection off of here and we come back down, even if we come all the way back down to the 54K level or the 56K level, we can still get a rejection all the way down there on the daily time frame, like we did back here, where we got a rejection off of this daily level of 61K, and we had a move to the downside that day, which was about, a 3% move to the downside, and the VWAP started to point down on Market Cipher B, but overall we still ended up with a massive pump to the upside, hitting almost I think at the time was a new all-time high. And so, that's just something to keep in mind here. There's still a lot of bullish momentum on Market Cipher B for now. If we go down to the 4-hour, we can see that it looks like we're starting to need to cool off, right? I'm not saying that there's the red dot has not printed yet. However, the VWAP is pointing downwards. It looks like we're starting to form a top on Market Cipher B. So there really might be the potential for us to come down a little bit from this level right here. And that's why I'm shorting from here, and of course taking profit along the way, because as we can see, we're just hitting the resistance. Right now we're kind of consolidating around that resistance level. And then, potentially if we do form a top here, right, and the VWAP crosses over, to me that means we will come down probably to one of these levels, and there's a number of reasons for that. One of the reasons is because that would be, if we actually form a top soon, that would give us the bearish divergence, where the price is forming higher highs and the momentum is forming lower highs, and that would cause us to come down, and usually those bearish divergences will play out, and we'll test one of these levels, which would honestly, in my opinion, give us a good opportunity to enter a long position if we get a pullback here. In fact, if we do get a pullback here and we maintain the bullish uptrend, then some great places to look for an entry would be, one, if we come and bounce off the 21 EMA on the 4-hour, and then two, if we come back and test this support down here around 54K, this daily level of support, and then three, if we come down and test this other daily level at $51.6 thousand. Those would be three places where I would look to actually get in if I was not already in. But believe it or not, this level right here, this around $59,000 level, it's actually there's a lot of resistance right here. There's a lot of resistance right here. Not only is it a weekly resistance, like if we go to the weekly time frame and we just take a look at whoa, we take a look at these candles here, right? We can kind of see that this level is a level that has been respected in the past. These 2 weekly candles open and closed here, and then 2 weeks later it was respected as a resistance, and we were unable to break through that. And so now, it's no surprise that the price is retracing back to here. But also, if we do turn on the our volume indicator here, our visible range indicator, which shows us how much volume was actually traded at these levels, we can see that there is a spike in volume as well. Yeah, we can see that there's also a spike in volume right here at this level as well. So it's a high volume area. It's a weekly level of support and resistance. And not only that, but it is also, if we pull our fib on the, let's go back to the daily time frame and turn off this indicator. But if we pull our fib from this low back here to the all-time high and get the fib retracement, down, we can see that it's also the 618 Fibonacci level, which again is a very significant Fibonacci level. So there's just a lot of confluence here, and it's a tough resistance. And if we are able to get above this resistance, guys, then, my targets are, firstly, the 61K level, and then secondly, the 63.5 level. And again, these levels, I think there's a lot of confluence here as well. The 63.5, if we can get above this, then I think we're going to see an all-time high. I think we're going to see an all-time high. Let me go into the chat. Yes, the VPVR is a free script, guys. So if you go to indicators on TradingView and you just type in visible, I didn't spell visible right. Visible range. Visible range. This is it. Make sure to star it. I don't know if it's available in the free TradingView. It's definitely available in the paid ones, but if you don't have the paid one, you can type in let's see where I don't have it here. It's called like poor man's volume profile, I think, which will also give you levels of volume as well. So you can check those things out. And guys, if you want to learn how to draw these levels and how to use Fibonacci's and find these good trade entries, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. Basically, this is a trading course, and the goal of the course is to give you the skills and the knowledge you need to become a confident, profitable trader. And this is the outline here, where even if you've never traded before, we go through everything you need to know, technical analysis. We go through how to use Market Cipher to really find those perfect entries. And then really we teach you how to create your own trading strategy that you can backtest and you can be confident in. But we don't just show you how to create your own strategy. I actually show you 3 strategies that I use with success, and a lot of other people do as well, so that you have a place to start, so that you're not just taking a shot in the dark there. And actually, if I do have a code here that you can get 10% off, I'll drop that in the chat. Boom, 10% off, boom, 10% off, boom, 10% off, boom. 10% off. Guys, FOMO into the like button. If we can get this stream during a live stream to get 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 Bitcoin, 0.1 Bitcoin, a tenth of a Bitcoin. If we can get this stream to 3,000 likes while it's live, 1/10 of a Bitcoin. Man, can you imagine that? 1/10 of a Bitcoin? I can't even imagine that. I cannot even imagine that. Yeah, so these are the areas that I'm really looking to trade, and a lot of you guys know I just trade level to level mostly, and I use Market Cipher. I think if you're able to mark out accurate levels of support and resistance, and you're using Market Cipher for confluence to show you direction, you're really going to find some good trades. So basically, what I like to do is when we come up to a level like this, I then zoom in to Market Cipher to see, okay, are we going to blast through here like Elon Musk going to the moon on his rocket ship, right? Sending his car into outer space, into outer space. Shout out to Memory Man. Or are we going to come down and get a rejection? So what I do is I will zoom in to a lower time frame, like the 3-minute time frame. And what do you know? This is just a perfect entry right here. A perfect entry, because why? We come up, we hit it once, we get the rejection. We come up again, we get a lower high, and as we're getting the lower high, we're seeing money flow is curving from the blue into the purple. We can see the divergence, right? The bearish divergence forming where, I'm sorry, we actually don't see the bearish divergence forming here. But I guess technically we see one here, right, where price is printing the higher highs and the momentum is forming the lower highs. But what we do see is the direction, the money flow starting to curve down into the purple. As we're getting the rejection, money flow is also curving into the purple. This is telling us, okay, we're not going to blast through here right now. Maybe we will in the future, but for right now, this is a good place to enter a short. And, whenever I'm shorting from resistance, it's very easy to set your trade entry because you have a very clear line of demarcation, which will invalidate the trade, right? So for me, right now, we can enter when we get the rejection. We can set our stop loss very, very close to that resistance because, what's our reason for entering the trade is because we think we're getting a rejection, which means if we don't get a rejection and Elon Musk tweets about Bitcoin, then we need to get out of that trade because we're wrong. We're wrong in our hypothesis about what's happening. The plan was we're shorting the rejection. So if we don't get the rejection, we get out of the trade. I'm able to risk only 0.18%. Only 0.18%. And so far this trade has been up, about 1.5%. So, it's very important that we're using levels and Market Cipher, because the Market Cipher will tell us, what is going to happen. And of course, we can see this on higher time frames as well. Now that we're on the 6 minute, we can see even more clearly that as we're coming up to these highs, as we're coming up to this resistance, we're actually coming down on the money flow. As we're hitting the resistance, we're coming down on the money flow on the 6 minute. So that is why I'm currently short on Bitcoin right here, and I'm long on Bitcoin, right? Because I'm swing long. I've been long for a while, and I'm short now because we came up to this weekly level of support and resistance, which there was also a lot of volume there. It also happens to be a Fibonacci level. And on Market Cipher, what do I see? As we're touching those levels, this is just so clear, right? Market Cipher is coming down. This is such a big bearish divergence. Price is coming up, forming higher highs. Momentum is forming those lower highs. The money flow is crossing over. Boom. Boom. And then we enter the short. We get our cargo shorts on. Those big baggy cargo shorts, the kind that the new metal bands used to wear back in the early 2000s, like Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, those types of bands, and all the other ones that never got as successful as Linkin Park. We all forget their names, right? Because that's how it works when there's a genre and everyone copies each other, and then only the biggest ones survive the test of time. But the reason we're wearing those cargo shorts is because as we're coming down, we're stuffing our cargo short pockets full of Bitcoin. And if we're wearing skinny jeans, guys, all right, we're not going to be able to fit the Bitcoin in those skinny jeans, all right? It's not okay. It's not okay. We're wearing our cargo shorts, okay? Yes, so, FOMO into the like button, y'all, because, again, if we can get this stream up to 3,000 likes, then absolutely I will give away 0.1 BTC. I see. Giveaways can get you banned. Yeah, man, that's intense. That is intense. Okay, guys, I think this is actually a pretty important level that we're at right now. The 58,300 level is pretty important. It's actually a pretty important level. I'm curious to see what happens here. I'm very curious. What are spider lines? Spider lines, you have to go talk to CryptoFace to understand the spider. See, look at this. Now on these higher time frames, like the 12 minute. We see clear direction. We're starting to see the money flow cross. It's, Market Cipher is pretty cool in that way. It's pretty cool in that way. So anyway, getting back to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, see, things are looking a little bit more bullish, right? We just had the money flow crossing into the blue on the 4-hour time frame. So really, how am I going to determine, should I stay short on Bitcoin or should I stay long, right? Because I'm in 2 trades right now. How do I determine that? Well, here's the thing. I have my levels marked out. Yeah, check the 6-hour, someone says. The 6-hour, again, is looking pretty dang bullish, right? But here's the thing. And look at this. Look at this money flow curving up to the upside. So the higher time frames are looking bullish. The lower time frames are looking bearish. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to wait and see how this plays out. The 1 hour is printing this red trigger wave, money flow crossing into the red. That's going to follow up into the 2 hour, which looks like it's about to print the red trigger wave. and then that's going to continue to the 3 hour, which will then print, and then the 4 hour, which will then print. And I really like to use the 4 hour as a benchmark. So really, if we do continue on with this downward movement from here, what I want to see is I want to see that 4 hour print the red dot, and then, you know, that's kind of when I will, you know, say, okay, this short that I'm in could actually become more than just a scalp. And then I'm going to kind of ride this momentum down. When I see we're starting to form a bottom here, that's when I would, you know, start to close out my shorts. But of course, you guys know the way I trade is I take profit out along the way, because nobody ever went broke taking profit. If you're setting, if you're short and you're setting buy orders in Bybit, like right here, I'm pretty sure I had one here because why? This wasn't a sticking point, right? This was an area of support and resistance. And I think that, you know, if we're going to come down, we're going to come down to like this area. And, you know, now we're down to that area now. And, yeah, so that's kind of how I do it. Am I paying funding costs for both trades? I think right now the short is I'm actually getting paid to be in the short. Okay, Kralik wants to know if I can offer some advice for not missing out for not missing out on trades. Yeah, I'll offer advice on not missing out. In fact, yeah, we can talk about that later in the stream. But yeah, so for right now, guys, these are the Bitcoin levels that I am keeping my eyes on to do a trade, right? Again, if we're able to come up above this 59K level, then the next level is 61. If we come above that, the next level is 63.5. And if we come above that, then I am persuaded that we will hit a new all-time high. But as a lot of you know who have been following the stream, I've kind of been expecting us to consolidate like this, where we come down, we come up to around 58K, or right here as well, 61K, and then we come down a little bit more and get some nice kind of consolidation here where everybody kind of freaks out. This was my ideal kind of plan. So we shall see what happens, whether or not this rejection here is going to take us down to those levels, or if it's just going to be something you know, like where we just come down a little bit and then, you know, come back up. Like if we come down and bounce off the 21 EMA on the daily and then continue up for a little before coming down, we'll just have to play it by ear. But again, whenever we do come to one of these areas, there's always an opportunity to look for a trade. And if you are, you know, in a swing long position from down these lower areas, you can still hold that swing long because you've been taking profits out along the way, right? You've been long, let's say you've been long since this level. You took some profit out here, you took some profit out here, you took some profit out here. Maybe you added to your position when we came down to this low, and then you took some profit out up at this resistance. You can still kind of stay in that trade because you've already made your money. It's a guaranteed winning trade for you. And then when we come up to that level, you look to enter the short. And again, you know, just to clarify again, how are we going to enter the short? How are we going to find trades once we mark our levels and once we get there? Just in case anybody didn't see this is super important, y'all. This is super important. What we're going to do is when we come up to the level that we're looking at, right, whether it be a support or a resistance, we want to see Market Cipher doing something like this. I mean, this is actually pretty clear, where from here we can see the price is forming the higher highs, and also we can see that the momentum is forming the lower highs. Not only that, but we see that the money flow is crossing from the green into the red. This is the 6-minute time frame. So this is giving us clear sign that we're coming down, that we are coming down. And, you know, not only that, but right here, this is another clear sign, because we come up, we test the resistance once, and then we come up, we test the resistance twice. The second time, we're unable to form a higher high. And so, you know, this to me is the sign, all right, go in. And so we're basically using Market Cipher to show us what is going to happen at these levels. And the opposite is true for a trade at the support. And guys, if you don't have Market Cipher yet, you can click the link in the description of this video. Man, look at this, guys. Look, we're going to Dump City right now. We're going to Dump City. My Bitcoin short is up 19%. Yeah, up 19% on the exact dot. My ETH short is up 23%, 24%. Wow, what just happened there? Did something oh my, what, whoa. What in the world? Oh my goodness, man. Was that real? Is this real life? We wicked all the way down to that daily level at 54,000. Man, I was looking to I, I saw this trade all of a sudden and went up to like oh my goodness. Did everybody just get liquidated there? Is that a whole bunch of liquidated longs that just happened? Whoa. 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 What in the world, man? That is nuts. Yeah. Was everybody trying to long this and got liquidated? Like, what in the world even just happened there? Let's go to the 1 minute. Let's go to like the 1 second time frame, and this is so nuts on a 1 second time frame when you have these wicks here. This is so nuts. I should probably I should probably take a little more profit out. This is freaking me out, guys. What in the world? Yeah, hang on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna black my screen out for a second here. And yeah, I just want to check some things out for a second here. That was insane, man. That was absolutely insane. Is that like some crazy manipulation going on? Okay, let's come back. Let us come back. Oh, man. That was very strange, was it not? Oh, wow. Look at this daily candle now. Yeah, this is very interesting. 54.5 was actually a level I was looking to long. Unfortunately, I missed the entry, guys. I missed the entry. I was actually looking to long 54K back up to 59K. I missed it. I had I had milliseconds literally to enter this long position right here. But you know what's really interesting, guys, is whatever just happened there. Look at how it respects the daily levels of support and resistance. Is this not crazy? Is this not crazy? How whatever happened right here. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it was Bybit only. Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, well, something weird happened on Bybit. On Bybit, for sure. Oh my goodness, guys. That's some scary stuff, right? That's some scary stuff. Shout out to Jerry RC 310 Whales Dump and Shorted. You can check that on Twitter, Whales Trades. That's how my friend got wicked out. Yeah, that was so fast, though. That was so fast. Coinbase only wicked down to 575K. I'm assuming you mean 57.5. That would be great. All right, guys. Okay. Yeah, maybe CryptoFace shorted there. You know how he does. He can just move the markets however he wishes, right? This is so funny. Guys, if we can get this stream up to 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 Bitcoin. 0.1 Bitcoin. Can you believe that? If this live stream gets up to 3,000 likes. Make sure to FOMO into the like button, guys, because I don't know if you know this, but this is the like button chart. For this video, this is the like button going parabolic, and you can actually trade the Jason Casper like button on Bybit with up to 100x leverage. I don't recommend trading my like button with 100x leverage. I don't use any higher than 99x when I'm trading my own like button. But look at how parabolic this thing is. And Market Cipher says there's no bottom in sight, so you better hop in that now. And also, Coinbase adds support for the Jason Casper like button. I just read this article on CoinDesk this morning. I was surprised to hear Coinbase adding support for my like button. But guys, look at this guy's face, how serious he is. And look at his hand gestures. He's saying yes, guys, and every word he says, he's moving his hands up and down to convey the importance of liking this video right now. How could this guy be lying? Look at that shiny forehead. Would anything false come out of this shiny forehead? I don't think so. I don't think so. Absolutely not. And you can tell that this guy is serious, right? He's a serious businessman. He's wearing just a normal old jacket, like a sports gym kind of jacket, right? He's not trying to be anything he's not, right? He's not trying to pretend that he's more special than he is. He knows he's special. He's the Coinbase guy. The Coinbase guy, right? So make sure to like this video, y'all. Make sure to like this video. Okay. Let me see here. Whew. Man, that was nuts. Man, that was absolutely nuts. So yes, guys, these are the levels I'm looking at for the Bitcoin. Okay, if we come down to 47, if we come down to this level, I'll be looking to long. If we come down to this level, I'll be looking to long. I was looking to short at this level. I'm also would be looking to short at the 61.1K level. Even if, guys, even if we come back up and reclaim this, again, I would be looking to short here, and I would be using Market Cipher for my confluence. All right, let's go into the Ethereum. The Ethereum, a lot of people don't know this, but Ethereum is an ancient Greek word that means I don't know. I can't make anything up on the spot. Okay, so Ethereum. Again, I'm short on Ethereum. This is the daily time frame. Let me turn on Market Cipher B again right here. Market Cipher B. And this is the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is looking like we really do need to cool off a little bit. We need to cool off a little bit. The VWAP, although it's not pointing down, it's still kind of pointing up, guys. So Ethereum has just been out of control. Like I was saying last night in my stream, shout out to AJ Strongfat, who was just going long and got dumped on. His long is still there, but as you can imagine, he is down. Time to earn his gains. Yeah, sometimes things just happen, guys. So as I was saying last night, like, the things are very hot and heavy for Ethereum on the daily time frame. Things are very high. Things are getting overextended. It looks like it's time for us to cool off. Things are hot and heavy. Like, it is Valentine's Day, guys. Remember, it is Valentine's Day, February 14th. Ethereum has a new all-time high. And, a lot of times on Valentine's Day, when we hit the all-time highs and we hit those fib levels, on Valentine's Day, what do? You go out to a fancy dinner with your wife. You have a few too many glasses of wine. Things get really hot and heavy, right? They get hot and heavy. On the car ride home, the flatulence is very hot and heavy and thick in the car because you ate a lot of food. You ate a lot of food. The fancy restaurant you went to called Chipotle, you had 3 burritos, lots of beans, and things get extremely hot and heavy. And when they get hot and heavy like that, you need to cool off. You need to open the windows of the car, right, and cool off. You need to let your wife cool off too. She's livid. She's livid that you would flatulate like that. You told her, "I'm sorry. I thought the seat would soak up the smell." You tried to aim it down so it would go into the foam of the seat, because sometimes it can actually do that and no one else will smell it. But, it didn't work out on Valentine's Day. And so things just need to cool off a little bit, right? So if we go down to the 4-hour, we can see, look, we're really about to print the wow. Shout out to Kamal, who says from this video he put an entry at 54.5 and it got triggered and he's in huge profits. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Congrats, bro. That is awesome. Shout out to Kamal. Wait a second. Is this true? Bitcoin? No. I just got an alert that said Bitcoin printed a 2-hour green dot. That can't be true, but what in the world? this just looks so crazy. It just looks so crazy. So we come to the 4-hour time frame again for Ethereum, and we can see that things are looking like they do need to cool off. The 3-hour giving us the red dot. We need to cool off a little bit. We need to cool off a little bit. And so what I think is either going to happen is we're either going to come down and test potentially this fib extension down here, or I would also look and see if we will test. Let me turn on some exponential moving averages right here. Let's see. Moving average exponential. I'll give them two of them. I will set one of them to 21 inputs, 21. And then the second one, I will set the input to 55. And I'll make the thing purple. Blue and purple. That's the way I roll. Shout out to everybody who has blue and purple candles. And so really, what would be a really nice retracement for Ethereum here is back down to this fib extension, dare I say even this fib extension, because what these levels are is obviously they're huge levels of support, but also not only are they huge levels of support, but they're also high volume areas. We can see that a lot of Bitcoin was traded here, and if we turn on our volume indicator as well, we can see that. If I come down to the visible range, turn that thing on, look, we can see that there's just volume spikes at these levels, right? At these levels, there's volume spikes. And so it would be a really, really nice area to get a bounce. Ideally, what I would love to see, not saying it's going to happen because things are hot and heavy, guys. Things are hot and heavy. And sometimes it's hard to get that train to stop when it's rolling down the rails. But if we come down and we test this 21 EMA, get a nice little bounce off of the EMA plus this fib level, this would be a great place to enter a long position. Oh no. Hang on, guys. I turned my EMA from purple to green, and I just can't have the green on the chart. I cannot. And guys, FOMO into the like button. Seriously, if we can get this stream while it's live up to 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 Bitcoin on this stream to a random commenter. Doubt it can happen, though. Doubt it can happen. So this would be the first place that I'd really be looking for an entry. Let's zoom into a lower time frame, and let's assume that we don't come all the way down to this area, right? And we just get a smaller retracement. First of all, it's important to keep in mind, guys, that we're looking at all time frames, because if we come down to the 30-minute, we can see we're starting to form some kind of bottom here, right? We might actually get some more upward movement on the Ethereum today. My Ethereum trade, we've come up a little bit already on it. So I don't know how many take profit orders have gotten hit yet, but some, I think at least one, probably. And so if we don't come all the way down to that area, what I would do is I would turn on maybe, let's look at volume on the shorter term time frame, maybe the 1 hour. We really don't have any volume. Now that we're below this area right here, I say we don't have that much volume until we come back down to this area. So I think, I personally, this is me, is I would not enter long on Ethereum right now, because to me it's just too much FOMO. It's tough to say. Maybe I would. I mean, things are bullish on the daily. Things are bullish on the 12-hour. Things are bullish on the 8-hour. Things are bullish on the 6-hour. The money flow is getting super, super thick for Ethereum. I mean, definitely, guys, I do believe the uptrend for Ethereum is going to continue. Like I was saying previously, if we just draw a horizontal line here on our Market Cipher B and look at how thick this money flow is right here, we have not seen money flow this thick on the 4-hour time frame since July 2020. And when we did see money flow that thick on July 2020, what happened? What happened when money flow was that thick on the 4-hour time frame? Well, we ended up that it was only partially way through the pump, as we can see right here. And from the time that money flow actually was that thick, we ended up pumping another. Hang on here. Quite a lot more. Obviously we ended up coming up way high here, but we ended up pumping quite a bit when the money flow was that thick. We ended up, okay, let's just say that let's say that this was the move right here before the retracement. By the time money flow got that thick, we were only in the beginning part of the move right here. We still had 2 legs of the move left to go. So from the time money flow was that thick, we still had another 52% of the move to go. So let's just say that that's the same case now, where we still have another 52% of this move to go. Well, that's quite a lot of percent here. If that's true, and we still have 52% of our move to go, that puts us at about almost a $5,000 Ethereum. So, that's pretty crazy. Shout out to Picky Mella, who is the first time watching the channel. Just wanted to let you know that you're helping a lot of people. You will definitely subscribe and come back. Hey, awesome. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you being here. No, I'm not CryptoFace's brother. No relation. Do I trade any Litecoin? Yes, I do trade Litecoin. And yeah, guys, FOMO into the like button, because like I said, if we can get this stream up to 3,000 likes, I'll give away 0.1 BTC. And also, yeah, okay, so we went over Bitcoin, we went over Ethereum. Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry, I keep having to clear my throat. But the areas I would be looking to enter are, honestly, on the 4-hour time frame, definitely right here would be a pristine entry. Pristine, absolutely pristine. Oh, man. We're flirting with this red dot printing on the 4-hour right now. If we can print a red dot and we can come down a little bit like this and get a nice tight trigger wave, and we come down and test this area where there's so much confluence, it's a fib extension, it's a high volume node, it's the 21 EMA on the 4-hour, then I think we're going to come up and hit this target here at about 3,600, which is another fib extension. And guys, these fib extension levels, they are respected. Look at this, right? Look at this perfect rejection. Perfect. And also look at how when we come to these levels, we struggle to get above. We struggle to get above. And again, if you're interested in learning how to do this, how to set these targets, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will basically show you everything you need to know. Seriously, it will answer all the questions that you have about TA. Basic TA. Not the most advanced stuff, but the stuff that works. And then Market Cipher, how to find those perfect entries, how to create your own strategy. Let me drop the 10% discount in the chat again real quick. You can get a 10% discount if you go to jasoncaspertrading.com, link in the description, and use this code. Jason Robertson, what level is that? That fib level, that next fib level, or the fib level we're at right now is $3,207. And then the level I'm looking to long is 29.26 and 5 cents. And then the next fib target is $3,596 and 0 cents. Okay, 0 cents. And yeah, the thing is, I don't know if we're going to come down here, because remember, when we were up here, I wanted to see a retracement down to here, right? And when we were up here, I wanted to see a retracement down to here. And, previously, I always enter shorts when we come up to these levels of resistance. And, I posted in the Discord here, hey, look, guys, we got the bearish divergences forming. We're coming up to the fib extension. If we lose that, I'm looking to short back down to the last fib extension. What happened when I entered the trade? I hit one take profit in one candlestick on the 24-minute time frame, and that was it. I hit one take profit, and then that was all I got. Just one take profit. So Ethereum, like I said, guys, hot and heavy. But you can't go wrong shorting resistances. You'll at least a scalp short. You'll be able to get something out of it, right? You'll be able to get something out of it. Like right now, my Ethereum short is up 15%. My Bitcoin short is up 18%. My Bitcoin long is up 58%. My Ethereum long is up 130%. Play both ends of the candlesticks, y'all, because you never know if this scalp will turn into a longer trade. And like the longs that I took, I didn't know I was gonna hold them this long. I didn't know I was gonna long for this long. Where did I enter my Ethereum long? Somewhere around this fib extension, right? Somewhere around this fib extension right here. And then I just kept on going. It just kept on going. I think I entered right here when we were printing this trigger wave on the 4-hour. Because of this pattern that's forming on Market Cipher B, just so you guys know, if you're looking at Market Cipher B, there is a pattern that forms that tends to lead to huge pumps. It's where we get 1, 2, 3, 4 waves with a bearish divergence forming where price is going up, momentum is coming down, and then that 5th wave, we always get the pump. Boom. It happens with the Bitcoin. Let me go to Bitcoin real quick. And man. Okay, so Bitcoin is printing the red dot now on the 4-hour. So, it's just printing, but we do need to cool off. But if we go back in time on the 4-hour, we can see that same exact pattern playing out. Let's see if I can find it. Where we actually hit a new all-time high. Where was that? No, it was March. Here it is. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then huge pump. Because we got the bearish divergence forming, and then that 5th wave led to a huge pump, which then led to a pretty significant move to the downside. So, we've got that forming on the Ethereum chart, so it's very possible that we actually can retrace back down to the level I'm looking. To the level I'm looking. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen, but to me, this would be a pristine area to, if we get a bounce here, I'm definitely going to be adding to my Ethereum long for sure. For sure, we'll be adding to it. Okay, let's talk about Ethereum, the Ethereum Bitcoin pair, because I think that's very relevant for our times that we live in. Because obviously, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin by far. It really is outperforming Bitcoin by far. And so let's take a look at the Bitcoin Ethereum pair. Where is that? Here it is. Here it is. Let's go to a different chart here. Ethereum Bitcoin. That is just so crazy about that dump, right, guys? Okay, so we are coming up to some resistance right now on the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. I'm going to go to the weekly time frame and zoom out because this will give us the overview. What I have are just some levels of marked out support and resistance on the weekly time frame. Okay, we're hitting obviously some resistance here because this was a resistance in the past, and then it was a support, and then it was a resistance, and then it was a support, and then it was a support, and then we lost it, and now it's a resistance. And so basically these are the targets that I have, and if we are to surpass the all-time high for this pair, that's absolutely phenomenal. Right now, if we just come from where we are to the all-time high, that's another 189%. And, depending on how much Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin, I think that the Ethereum is a great place to, at least I am now kind of moving some of my Bitcoin into the Ethereum for the rest of this bull market. And then I'm going to sell it back to Bitcoin as we move up, because my goal here is to get the Bitcoin, is to get that Bitcoin. So that, that's the goal here. Shout out to Gustavo Branda. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to Marv Haston. Yeah, awesome, guys. Awesome. So what I'm seeing here is we're coming into some resistance. The daily time frame is looking like, the weekly time frame is looking like we're starting to need to cool off. The VWAP is pointing down. The daily time frame looking pretty dang bullish. However, we do have the bearish divergence forming. What I would like to see is, honestly, if you're not already trading this pair actively, or you're looking for a good place to enter, I would not enter here. I would not switch my Bitcoin to Ethereum here, because I wouldn't consider this a good entry, simply because we're coming into the resistance, right? Even though we are getting that momentum on the daily time frame, the 4-hour time frame and the weekly time frame are saying, like, look, we need to cool off a little bit. I would want to wait for momentum to come down like this, and then enter if we print another tight wave here, because then we can draw the clear direction on Market Cipher through these trigger waves like this. We can also see the money flow will be getting thicker as time goes on. I mean, look at the money flow though. This is absolutely insane. People are moving their Bitcoin into Ethereum like crazy. And let's just do a little experiment here. The last time money flow was this high, if we just draw a line there, when was the last time money flow was this high for the Bitcoin Ethereum pair on the 4 hour? It was February 2018. February 2018. That is insane. That was really at the end of the last bull market. Wow. But even before that, at the end of the bull market, way up here as well, money flow was that thick. So I'm not saying we're at the end of the bull market. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to gauge, how we can read this thick money flow here. I would look to enter this pair and move. I have already moved a lot of my Bitcoin into Ethereum, and I have been doing that, like just in general, because I see how Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. But really, I would want to see something like this, where we come above this resistance and really confirm above it. Ideally, we come up, retest, and then continue on. But you guys know how Ethereum works. It doesn't really work that way, but it might, right? We might even just come up and get a small retest and then continue on upward. That is how I would say, okay, we're officially confirmed above this resistance. And the next target for me is 0.069, and then 0.08, and then 0.1. And can you guys imagine if we actually, then let me just draw some fib targets for us here, just with the trend-based extension. Let's just see what happens. I did not draw any fib targets. These are just all drawn by eye, by support and resistance. But if we come up here and then pull this down, yeah, it's very interesting how the fib retracement targets are very, very similar, very close to the ones I drew by my eye. Yeah, just something to keep in mind, guys, about the retracement levels. But if we surpass all-time highs, that means one Ethereum could potentially be worth, if we come up to 0.2, Ethereum could be worth, 0.2 Bitcoin. That would be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy, and that would be a 300% gain. Of course, I'm just kind of throwing these numbers out here, guys. Assuming the uptrend continues, Ethereum could be a great place to get more Bitcoin. A great place to get more Bitcoin. Wow, shout out to Ryan Jones, whose entry got hit with that crazy flash dump. Yeah. Mark Harris. Okay, people asking about that. What altcoins am I bullish on? So, when a dump happens like that, guys, it's definitely just something weird happening with the exchange. It's just something weird happening with the exchange. Okay, my Ethereum short is now only 6%. I did hit some take profits on that. My Bitcoin short is up 14%. My Ethereum long is up 138%. My Bitcoin long up 62%. Yeah, so really, I'm just playing these right as scalps until proven otherwise. As with the shorts, scalps until proven otherwise with the shorts for Ethereum and Bitcoin. What altcoins am I bullish on? I'm super bullish on Litecoin. I'm super dang bullish on Litecoin. Let me see if I can pull up my Litecoin chart here. Oh man, did Litecoin also get a dump like that just now? Really, I'm super bullish on Litecoin. Wow. So yeah, this would have been a nice place really to get into some Litecoin here. But I would even be looking down for lower levels. Like if we can come down and retest this area, I'd be looking for an entry. And these are my levels for the corn, for the Litecoin. I'm expecting us to see close to a $500 Litecoin, and really, if we these are fib extension levels as well, and these tend to be very, very respected, very respected. I'm bullish on Polkadot. I'm a big fan of Polkadot because, first of all, I love polka dots. I think they're pleasing to the eye and aesthetic. I actually posted in the Discord here for potential altcoin trades. Polkadot, we were getting the upward momentum on the Market Cipher. We formed a double bottom on a strong support, and now we're coming up, and we were confirming above this high volume node right here, as well as the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement. And today, Polkadot is already up. Believe it or not, Polkadot is already up over 5% since I posted that yesterday. So yeah, I'm super bullish on DOT. Obviously, we just dumped a little bit here, I guess. Some weird things going on right now, I guess. Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, Binance Coin. I'm also super bullish on Binance Coin. I had also, let's see here, in here, this was Binance. I saw that the 2-day Market Cipher, thick money flow, tight trigger wave above the 0 line, right on the 60 line. We had formed strong support, and we were confirming above the 382, above this trend line, and then take profit 1 did get hit, and take profit 2 is 670. I think we're going to hit that soon. Binance Coin, I'm obviously super bullish on it. C137, guys, the YouTuber C137, he has some really cool things to say about Binance Coin. I'm probably going to have him on again. I'm definitely going to have him on again to talk about Binance Coin, because he brings up some really good points about it, and I'm trying to kind of wrap my mind around those things a little bit more. The thing is, I'm mostly a trader. I'm mostly a technical analyst. Not so much. I'm definitely not into this for the technology, but if I can find out the technology is going to help me trade, then I'm into it, right? So Binance Coin still looking pretty bullish on the 4-hour. On the daily, still looking pretty bullish. If we look at the VWAP, look at this. Look at the VWAP on the daily. We came down, and now we're pointing back up again. Let's take a look at the Crown RSI indicator for Binance Coin here. If we go to indicators at the Crown RSI EMA control, yeah, we're looking bullish on the daily, guys. If anybody doesn't know, the Crown RSI EMA indicator basically is an RSI and an EMA in one indicator. There's a 0 line. Actually, I'm sorry, there is no 0 line, but there is this 50 line, and then it will oscillate to between below the 50 and above the 50. And really, whenever the blue RSI crosses over the gray EMA, that means we have a lot of strength in the movement. And if it crosses under, that means we have a lot of weakness in the movement. And just on the daily time frame, we can kind of see when we get the cross under, right? And again, this is the Crown RSI EMA. Just search Crown Trading RSI plus EMA plus control zones. You'll find it. And when we're crossing under, what happens? We get the dump. It's quite accurate. I mean, look at the cross happens, and we get the dump, and then the cross above happens, and we get the pump. We get this crossing over. I use it as a secondary indicator to Market Cipher, because a lot of times you'll see that it lines up with these trigger waves, but it's just it's a secondary visual. It's a free indicator. It's a secondary visual for me. I use it a lot in my 4-hour, 24-minute strategy as well. Yeah. So, do I see a possible bearish divergence on the Crown indicator? Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because the RSI is coming down and the price is going up. But here's the thing: we don't know yet if this is going to keep coming up higher, right? We don't know that. We don't know because the VWAP on the daily is pointing up now. We don't know if we're going to get another kind of wave like that coming up, right? Because we might still, even when the VWAP comes down close to the 0 line like this, we can still get a lot of upward momentum. I mean, look at this, right? The VWAP's coming low. People might think, oh, we're about to form a red dot in the daily. Nope, just kidding. Oh, we are forming a red dot in the daily. We're coming down. Nope. get another green dot, and then even here, we get the red dot, and price consolidation, then we get a massive pump. So, we have to monitor the lower time frames and the higher time frames to get a clearer picture. Shout out to AJ Strong Fat, still down 11%, but it went as low as 22, 24, so things are getting better. Cool, man. Stay strong, my brother. And I see you're a deadlifter. Shout out to all my deadlifters out there. Whether you pull conventional sumo or you only do trap bar deadlifts, it's all good in the hood. If you only do rack pulls below the knee, rack pulls above the knee, it's all good. I'm a big fan of the deadlift. Love the deadlift. I love to deadlift. Sometimes when I'm depressed, I just deadlift. Sometimes when I'm in a good mood, I deadlift. Sometimes I deadlift too much because I have a gym in my basement where my office also is. And, when you see that barbell on the floor, it's hard not to deadlift. And then you get burnt out because you deadlifted too much. But it's fun. Shout out to AJ Strongfat. Nick Dugan. I can deadlift 585 conventional barbell, and that's my all-time max. I'm not super strong. My brother, when he was 18, he could pull 725. Dude's insane. Dude has monstrous strength. Monstrous. My brother is a monster. He will, and after I say this, we'll get back into our cryptocurrency talk. No, I don't use hook grip. I use straps. I don't like, it is what it is. I use the straps, all right? My bro, he uses the hook grip. He went on a cut, right? Dude's massive, but he was always kind of chunky. Dude went on a cut where he was eating like 2,000 calories a day, okay? And this dude is like 6'3". He was like 265 when he started to do it. He got down to like 197. And he looked like he was on gear. The dude was ripped. He was like muscular. He wasn't flat at all. And chiseled abs, everything, veins. People thought he was on gear. But his body is in such a way where he's so strong and muscular where he can eat. He was on like so low carbs. He didn't get tired. He didn't get weak. He just is a monster. Dude's a monster. All right. Enough of that. Action camera. We did talk about the fake wick. What Market Cipher tool am I using? Just regular old Market Cipher. Yeah, Crypto Keeper started his cut. He's starving. Yeah, I eat if I'm not eating 4,000 calories a day, man, I'm starving. So I don't know how my brother did that, man. He has those superhuman abilities. Okay, so. So my thoughts on Litecoin. I already kind of went over Litecoin, but here are my thoughts. These are my fib extension levels of my targets. Okay, assuming that the uptrend continues, right? We pull our fib extension from the swing low to the swing high and down here. These are my targets. Okay, and eventually I do think that we are going to see this final target hit during this bull market. I really do. I think Litecoin could easily go up to 1,000. And so for right now, obviously we're just kind of in this in-between area. We're in this in-between area. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we just kind of got a bounce off of this fib level here. Unfortunately, we didn't touch it. If we had, it would have been a really good place. I always look for the bounces off of Confluence where we would get a bounce off this target of this fib level and the 21 EMA. We didn't get that. That's okay. But basically I have my trading plans set up. I shared them in the VIP live stream yesterday. If you saw that, I shared exactly where I'm looking to add more Litecoin. But these are my targets, and really if you're looking to get in on this, wait for the dip. Buy the dip. Assuming the uptrend continues, the trend is your friend until the end. And I would say that, we're still in the uptrend, right? Nobody would argue the fact that Litecoin has been in an uptrend for a very long time, right? We've been in an uptrend since at least I would say, October 21st. The 21st of October. So, and these are the levels. If you want to take a screenshot of these Fibonacci extension levels just for your own use, go ahead and screenshot that. Nas Eagle, why would anyone want Litecoin? Well, here's why. Here's why people would want Litecoin. The new investors are getting into all these coins that they've never heard of. They've heard of Bitcoin for years. Right? The older people who are finally getting into Bitcoin for the first time, the younger people who are finally getting into Bitcoin for the first time, they're like, yep, my friend's been telling me about Bitcoin since 2013, and every time I heard it, I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to get me none of that Bitcoin. I don't understand it. I don't want to know. I don't care. I'm not into that internet nerd money, all right? I trust only in the United States dollar. The integrity of the United States is backing that thing. I know it ain't backed by gold, but I'll tell you, it's backed by the integrity of George W., all right? George W., his integrity, his honesty, his character, all right? His integrity, his honesty, his integrity, right? Okay? And then those same friends, those same hillbilly, patriotic, Republican friends of yours are saying, you know what, Jay? I think I might be getting into some of that Bitcoin now, all right? Yeah, they're super redneck, right? They're super redneck. I think I might get into that Bitcoin now, Jay. And I done went on that website called Coinbase.com. And I done saw something. I saw Bitcoin was like $60,000, and I ain't got $60,000. And you tell your friend, hey, you don't need to buy a whole coin. You can buy a partial coin. He's like, oh, I don't understand what you're talking about there, Jay. But I done saw this other thing there called Litecoin. And it was so cheap, and I figured, well, if Bitcoin can get up to 60,000, it's only a matter of time before Litecoin gets up to 60,000. Because I've researched it. I went on to Google. Turns out Litecoin is better than Bitcoin. It's faster. Makes faster transactions. It solves all the dang problems that Bitcoin got. I got me some Litecoin. People are going to be buying that Litecoin. Was there another crazy wick for Bitcoin? It wasn't that crazy, but this is some strange stuff going on, guys. I wonder what's happening to Bybit. I've never really seen this happening on Bybit. Yeah. Shout out to C137. Bybit is having issues. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That was on Binance too. Yeah, Nazgo, Litecoin does not compete. I think Litecoin's like the worst coin in the world. I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at it from a perspective of people coming into this bull market as retail investors, people who don't know about cryptocurrency are coming in. They see it's on Coinbase. It's in the top 10 still, I think. And, just a superficial understanding of Litecoin and Bitcoin. It sounds like Bitcoin is touted as the silver to Bitcoin's gold. People are going to be buying it up. I don't think it has any real future, but for this bull market, I do. Interesting. Josh Richer says Femex has no crazy wicks. Very interesting. Wyatt Fisher, I'm describing his father-in-law. He can't say Bitcoin, Bitcom. Andrew Sykes, we keep getting these crazy wicks to the downside that are like on the 1 second time frame that literally like wick down and wick back up. Like on the 1 second time frame, we got these massive wicks. And so it's very strange. Nobody really knows what's going on. Nobody really knows what's going on with it. Ethereum, I should check out Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum's getting a nice little pump here to the upside. Looks like we're about to print a nice green dot soon on Ethereum on the 1 hour. We might actually be able to break through this fib extension, and if we do, then I think Bitcoin's going to pump. I think Bitcoin will pump if that happens. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, the free Discord is awesome. I do recommend joining the free Discord, guys. There's a lot of awesome stuff in here. Um, I mean, we have some really awesome traders in here, like really awesome traders. They do some really good. Shout out to Joe Pippin, holding it down with the TA, and I Dracula and Ice Cold. These guys are really good. They post their TA and other people too. They post their TA. It's awesome. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. I mean, yeah, it's just awesome stuff in there. Because we have channels that are dedicated only to TA, and then we have channels that are just more of like discussion where people can like post stuff that's more talking about it instead of just posting charts. And then, you know, we've got just meme only, right? So, yeah, check it out. Check out the free Discord. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, guys. Shout out Alfredo Corona, man. What's going on? Did I become the MC from C? What? I don't quite understand. I don't quite understand. But Ethereum, this is my short on Ethereum right now. From the Fibonacci extension. It's only up 6%. I did take out some profits. I took out some profits on the way down, and I will continue to be holding that position until we come up above this fib level. My Bitcoin short. This is so crazy, man. Oh my goodness. My Bitcoin short is from this level up here at around 58.8-ish, right? And man, that is just so nuts, guys. That is just so nuts. That trade is currently up 15%. Been taking profits. Unfortunately, I didn't even have a take profit set down here. I didn't have it set down here because I'd like to play it kind of like take it one at a time. Oh man, I could have made so much. I could have made so much money if I had just had a take profit set down there. Could have made so much money. Whatever. One thing I will say, guys, it is pretty cool that Bybit respects the levels, right? If Bybit's going to freak out and have a flash dump, at least they respect the support of the daily level, right? Did I become the MC update from CryptoFace? No. No. Yeah, I know that wiki is not legit, guys. Well, I mean, you know, I have been using other exchanges. I've been using what do you call it? MARGEX. MARGEX is a nice, cool thing here, where you can get basically you can trade with leverage. It's not like Bybit. You can open up multiple trades at one time. The only qualm I have with MARGEX is the fact that when you withdraw your profits, it took very, very long for me to get that into my wallet. It took like over 24 hours. I was starting to freak out. And look, they have a little slider here to show you how much money you can make with 100x leverage. Ooh, with $100, you could make $2,000. Oh my goodness. Of course, they don't show you how much you could lose. But you can open up multiple longs, multiple shorts at the same time. And also, you only fund your account with Bitcoin. You only fund your account with Bitcoin. And you can trade all these pairs. You can trade all these pairs. You can trade Ethereum. You can trade XRP only with the Bitcoin in your account, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. You can long and short at the same time from the same account and have 2 different positions open. It's pretty cool. And guys, if you do sign up, I do have a link in the description here where basically just for signing up, you get $50 to trade with. And then if you deposit 0.004 Bitcoin, you get another $50. Yes, C137, you can trade with pears, you can trade with apples, and oranges. And guys, FOMO into the like button. If we get this video up to 3,000 likes, I'm gonna give away 0.1 Bitcoin. 0.1 Bitcoin. Wow. Can you imagine that? Alfredo increased his long position on this sell-off. Nice, Alfredo. Nice. Nice. Yeah, you know, I'm still long, I'm still short. That's how I roll. You know, long and short at the same time. That's how I roll. Because I can stay long, and if we do continue to go up, then awesome. And I can stay short, and if we continue to go down, awesome. My longs are already guaranteed winners. My shorts, I've already taken some profit on them. So worst case scenario now is that they're break evens, and that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Wow, CR8, it wicked down exactly to his entry on a low leveraged long. Gabrielle, BTT, I don't really know BTT. Why so many likes? Because I want to get people into the channel, and it gives incentive. And that would be crazy if we got 3,000 likes during a stream. I only have 1,000 people in here, but you know, someday it will happen. Someday it will happen. My thoughts on VeChain. Thoughts on VeChain. Let's take a look at VeChain. I like VeChain. I do. I think that VeChain is looking good. Let's do a little quick TA on the chain. First of all, you know, it's important to know that we're in the middle of a red dot on the weekly. The VWAP is pointing to the side, meaning it's potential that we could have more downward before we have upward, right? We want this VWAP to cross back up to the upside, which it very well might soon, okay? So this is setting the macro environment for us. We go to the daily time frame. What do we see? We see we're in the middle of a green wave printing. Money flow in general is getting thicker. Okay, that's a good sign, but we see the VWAP is also pointing sideways. We don't know, is it going to come up or is it going to come down? We go to the 12-hour. Looks like we're about to print some kind of a top here. Something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind. That would give us a downward direction like this. Okay, just something to keep in mind. Let's go to the 4-hour. 4-hour, we just had a money flow cross to the upside, which is very bullish. So now the 4 hours kind of telling us that in general, it seems that the dip part is over, and now we're starting to come back to the upside, right? And so that's giving us insight into those higher time frames. When we look at the daily, when we look at the 12-hourly, it's telling us potentially, you know, we're not going to form the tops here. We're gonna continue on. So on the 4-hour, we're printing the red dot. We need to come down a little bit. What I would like to see is us print a nice tight trigger wave down here close to the 0 line. It would give us a very, very nice direction where we could draw a trend line perfectly through the trigger waves. And, you know, in my opinion, let's just say that the uptrend continues. How would we set some targets? Well, first of all, what I want to do is I want to go back to the weekly time frame and just kind of draw out some support and resistance levels. I would say that this obviously is a support right here down at 16 cents, and then right here I would say also is a level that we're at right now, and then obviously up here. These are some weekly support and resistances to keep our eyes on. Let me make these yellow so that we know that they're weekly levels. Make them yellow for the weekly levels. Next, what I want to do is I want to take a look at volume. I want to take a look at volume so we can see where was the most volume traded here. So we'll go to the volume indicator, turn that sucker on. And obviously, most of our volume is traded down here before the major pump. But let's just focus on the here and now. Where is the most volume traded in the here and now? Well, obviously, we have this level right here, high volume. So that's a high volume node right here. Let's make the volume nodes hot pink so that we know they're volume nodes. Look at this, the weekly is also a high volume node down here. And then also right here at 18.5 0.3 cents. We also have another high volume node. And then I would say that we get a spike in volume right here as well. We get a spike in volume right here as well. All right, so now we have our weekly support and resistance levels. We have our high volume areas. These are areas that we should be keeping our eyes on, right? The fact that we're consolidating on this weekly level to me is pretty bullish. However, it's important to notice that the volume is not really too high on this level. We have low volume here compared to these other areas, so that's just something to keep in mind. If we go to the daily time frame and we zoom out, let me turn off the volume indicator for now, and let me just pull our fib. Okay, I'm going to pull the fib extension, assuming that the uptrend continues. Right, I would say, where do we have our swing low? I would consider this a swing low. I would consider this. Would this be a swing low here? Well, first of all, let's pull our regular fib and see where we're at. Fib retracement from the swing high to the swing low, and see what happens. I'm sorry. No, we're going to pull our fib from the swing low to the swing high and see. Yeah, look at that, guys. So we got a perfect bounce off the 618. Perfect bounce off the 618, and right now we're finding resistance perfectly on the 0.326. So yeah, so this is a healthy retracement. The bounce off the 618, then another bounce off the 0.5, another bounce off the 382, and now finding resistance at the 0.236. I would be looking for a breakout above the 0.236, which was right here. Okay, I'll make this green just so we know it's the 0.236 level. Yeah, I would want to see us confirm above there, and if we do, let me set some targets. I know this is kind of sloppy, but I'm just doing this on the spot, guys. So I'll pull out my trend-based fib extension, and there's two ways to do this. I could pull the fib from the swing high to the swing low here and set some targets this way. And really, obviously the all-time high at 28 cents, and then I would, maybe 32 cents, and then again up here 37 cents, potentially even up here at 47 cents. Assuming that the uptrend continues, there's no reason to think it won't continue. The trend is your friend until the end, which means we're going to continue up until all of a sudden we don't. So yeah. That's kind of my analysis on VeChain. People are asking, do the trigger waves matter where they are in relation to the 0.9? Well, yes. Yes, because it depends on what time frame you're looking at as well. But the thing is, what we're looking for is direction. We're looking for direction. We're not really looking at a dot to be high or low. We're looking for overall direction on Market Cipher. We want to see this kind of direction where we can draw a straight line connecting the dots in order. This is giving us our bottom, our anchor. This is the point from which we are going to base all our trading from. As long as in general the waves are getting higher, we know that we're going to get a nice move from those waves, right? Waves we might not get a good move from are waves where if we have a clear direction like this, and then all of a sudden we print a high wave up here, you still might get a move from that, but it's not going to be as good as if we see this clear direction. And the opposite is also true when we're coming down, right? We have the high wave, then we have a lower wave, then we have a lower wave, then we have a lower wave, okay? And that is going to show us that, we're going to be coming down. We want to look for overall direction along with the money flow. If you see waves are coming down and the money flow is coming down, that's how you know we're moving. That's how you know that we're moving. Shout out to Pratik Chourasia. Hey man. Oh wow. This is my jam. All right, sorry guys. Sorry, I can't help it when I feel the music. Does the narrow blue wave have more momentum than the wider blue wave? Yes. So the separation between the waves, it means how much momentum there is. If there's a lot of separation, that means there's a lot of momentum. If there's a little separation, that means there's a little bit of momentum. So when we're printing, you know, like for example, if we go back to Ethereum here, and you know we take a look at this green wave here, when it first started to print, it was looking very, very weak because there was very little separation between the waves, right? Very little separation here. But then all of a sudden, wow, we get massive momentum and a pump. So yeah. Shout out to Michael Griffiths. Shout out to you, bro. Do I have any thoughts on the Golden Cross on the 4 hour? What Julian Cross, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the 100 and the 200? Are you talking about the like which EMAs, which moving averages are you referring to there, bro? Let me know. Guys, I'm gonna actually have to cut this stream kind of soon. The cloud indicator that I am using, Siba, aka Marius. Oh, the 50 and 200. Okay, I'll take a look at that. This is Market Cipher. Market Cipher. If you go to, there's a link in the description of this video. You can get a 5% discount. Right here, MarketCipherTrading.com. You can only get the discount if you use my link because it's linked to my account. But if we go to MarketCipherTrading.com, it's basically an indicator that really is an all-in-one indicator. I love it. I use it. It's my main trading indicator. It will make trading a lot easier. I mean, seriously. I mean, you don't get me wrong. You don't need it. There are ways to trade without it, other indicators, but for me, it's just I'd rather have one indicator on my screen that I can trust, because this thing is accurate, man. And unlike most indicators, it can actually predict what's going to happen with this money flow and these momentum waves. I mean, you know, it's very unique in that way, and so I really like it. But and it's very unique. There's rip-off versions out there, and they are not the same. They're not the same. People say they're the same. They're not the same because the money flow is different, and the money flow is honestly the most important part of this whole indicator. But you can get a 5% discount. Go to MarketCipherTrading.com. There's tutorials on here. I have tutorials on my website. Yeah, it's legit. It's legit. And yeah, let me drop that that link and code in the description for you guys if you want to get this. Yeah, guys, and also appreciate all you guys for being here. Yeah, so while I'm showing Market Cipher, let me show Bybit. Hey, if you're not on Bybit yet, even though they have some crazy wicks, you can get up to $1,600 with their new bonus bash if you use this affiliate link, and even you can get up to 15% APY just by holding money there. You can sign up for BlockFi and earn interest on your crypto holdings if you don't want to trade but you still want to make money. MARGEX, the exchange, Market Cipher, and then I have the trading course in here. Also, guys, my VIP Discord on patreon.com. You can sign up there, and that's where I post my trades, my potential trade setups in here, my altcoin trades, my Bitcoin trades, my Ethereum trades. You know, usually I set them with the take profit and stop loss. Sometimes I don't. And then every week I do a live stream where I go through my plans, my trading plans for the week and stuff like that. Do some TA. You can do that, patreon.com/Jason Casper. All right, I'm done shilling. Shout out to Luis Rivera, who says the course is the bee's knees. Shout out to C137, guys. Check out C137, his YouTube channel. Let's see. Does he have 1,000 subscribers yet? C137, do you have 1,000 subs yet? C137. Yes. Awesome, guys. He has 1,000 subs. Go check him out. I'll drop his link in the chat here. C137 does some good TA. Mama first, isn't trading a form of gambling? You know what? I liken, here's what it is. Trading is to gambling what bodybuilding is to eating disorders. It's a healthy way to channel that. Because if you are have an eating disorder and you're obsessed with counting your calories and making sure that, you know, if you're anorexic, let's say, well, bodybuilding is a great way to get healthy and still channel those same tendencies into something healthy, right? Because you're still counting your calories, except now you're making sure you're eating enough to support your activity level, and you're gaining lean muscle mass, and you're becoming healthier, and you're not sick anymore. And same with trading. With trading, you're not just gambling. You're not just pulling the lever on the slot machine. No, you're doing your technical analysis. You're doing your technical analysis. Look at this. Right? Look at this. I did my technical analysis, and I said, if we come up to this level, I'll be looking for a short, a rejection. What happens when we get to this level? A short, a rejection. I have very good risk management because I know that when we come up to this area and I'm looking for my short, I know how much I'm willing to risk. I'm going to enter my short position here. I'm going to set my stop loss right up here, okay? And I'm going to set my take profit all the way down here, take profit down along the way to make sure I lock in money. I'm risking only 0.5% to potentially gain 7%. If you do your technical analysis and you use good risk management, this is not gambling. This is you're looking at the chart and doing your analysis to determine the most probable outcome. You're not just pulling the slot machine. Same with Ethereum. Look at Ethereum, right? Let's go to another chart here and pull up Ethereum, okay? Ethereum, how come my Ethereum, where's my, oh, here they are. Okay. Same with Ethereum, right? So Ethereum, again, I was looking for a short position off of this level right here. And what happens when we hit this level? We get a rejection. We come down. You know, I've already taken profit out of this trade. This is guaranteed for me now a winning trade. Okay, and I'm currently up on it. 0.4%. My Ethereum short, 0.4%, but it's guaranteed a winning trade. If we come above this fib extension, I will close the short. It's guaranteed to be a winner right now, so I have nothing to lose by keeping it open. I'm keeping it open because it looks like we're about to print the red dot in the 4 hour, and if we do, I'm expecting us to come down a little bit more, but whatever. And so this is not gambling. There's a science behind it, right? Yeah. Oh, Lee, there was something weird on Bybit with the wicks, man. I don't know exactly what happened. Shout out to Here We Go Again. Mama first. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, you know, believe it or not, I've struggled with eating disorders in the past as well. I know it sounds crazy for a guy to say that, but I went through a period of time where I was also anorexic and was not eating, and because I was really, really fat when I grew up, right, when I was a young kid, and just add personal experience for me, getting into weightlifting, getting into being healthier in that way. Of course, it's totally different now that I'm 30 than when I was younger. But that really helped me when I was younger because it's the same tendency of you have this weird obsession, right? And now you're channeling it into a healthy way. So, yeah, I know that's weird to say, but I don't mean any disrespect to people who have eating disorders either. I mean, I know what it's like. I'm just saying, trading is not gambling. Just like, but it's a way to channel that, right? Because it's a way to get a lot of money in a short period of time on your computer. But you can use a nice science to look at it. No, you do not need a VPN to register on MARGEX. Savage Trader, look at the 15-minute on Bitcoin and the size of the W on the RSI. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 15-minute. And let's take a look at the RSI. Interesting. 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 Now Bitcoin is printing the 3-hour red dot. Just confirmed. So yeah, let's see what happens. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Frank. Appreciate you, brother. Mama first. You need to go back and read the Bible. I don't think it ever says gambling is a sin. No offense. I'm actually a huge Bible nerd. A huge Bible nerd. Huge Bible nerd. Yeah. Yeah. Trade with the scientific method. Divinity, how do I keep from trading, from paying out all my profits and funding fees? The funding fees, they are never nearly as much as the gains, even if I have to pay a lot. Yeah, shout out to DJ Fresh. Yeah, Mama first, come back to me with the reference. I know a lot of people teach that gambling is a sin, and I don't think we can say that, right? What is the definition of sin? Sin is lawlessness, according to 1 John 3:4, transgression of the law. And I think that things can be bad for you without necessarily being sin. If you're gambling away all your money and ruining your family, that is definitely sinful, right? Because we are supposed to take care of our families. Anyway, guys, may the Lord bless all of you. Am I Jewish or Christian or neither? Maybe both. And speaking of that, receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasemcha shalom. B'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Yisrael, which means in English, may the Lord bless you and protect you, and may he cause his face to shine upon you, and may he have grace upon you. And may the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, and give you wholeness in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. And I do pray that the Lord would reveal himself to each one of you in a very personal way. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all in the next video.